Good.
I see we have some more comfortable chairs to sit in now.
Aye, comfy chairs. Just as soon as I finish putting this one together. Just as soon as it's done.
Dave was up against the deadline here with the chair. And then right before we went live, he figured out it was backwards. So.
Well, it's the classic.
God damn it.
Everyone falls for that moment where you're putting. I can't tell you how many times I've done it where you go to put something together, and we get like, oh, come on, and it's completely backwards. But what are you gonna do? But nonetheless, we're back here behind the counter on this Monday, November 30th, after Black Friday. We had a busy weekend here in and around the store. We had obviously we were closed Thanksgiving. Had a very busy Friday. A lot of people looking for the Xboxes and the PlayStation 5s, and we'll talk about those in a little while. But all around, brand new store. A lot of people in. A lot of people questioning what's going on in here, because people who haven't been into our store, you don't know that you actually can see inside the streaming side here. So a lot of people have been asking, oh, what's this? What's this? What's that? What's that? Oh, wow, this spot's a lot bigger. Oh, wow, I didn't know it went back that far. But ironically, not too many people asking of the former tenant that we will not name that was here. That one seems to kind of...
Are we keeping that a secret? Is that what we're doing?
Was that a plug?
Whoa.
But nonetheless, it's been a busy weekend for Dave, Mike, and myself. Had a great weekend. Any thoughts on the Black Friday weekend?
No, it was about as well as we expected.
Nobody has PS5s, okay? It's not our fault. It's Sony's fault.
Dave, where?
Dan was tearing up about trying to get one himself. Haven't seen the tears from Dan like that.
Are we going to jump right into that? The hunt,
we can.
the biggest thing, the video game market now, the hunt for the new Xbox and the PlayStation 5, which is just ridiculous.
I don't think if there wasn't a hunt that Dan would even want one. I think a lot of it has to do with the difficulty to get one, and that Dan wants what he can't have here.
100% of Dan's interest is in the fact that he can't just go to Best Buy now and walk out with one.
It's not a review either.
Now, I have the Captain Ahab syndrome where I had my white whale in the shopping cart months ago. And then I decided I wanted to actually keep my marriage intact and didn't pull the trigger on it. But then to be subsequently told 4 days after we got married, Dave, you could buy a PS5. And I was like, ah, come on.
It was... I love the hunt. Don't get me wrong. I love the hunt of going out and trying to find the system. You know, when the first Xbox One came out, back in what year did Xbox One come out? 2014?
Yep.
2013. And we went about trying to get that. I have no problem going to the stores and finding the hunt. The problem is with everything going on, it's not the traditional going out for the hunt. You're playing this little online game where you're going up against all the people that are like either botting the pre-orders or they got these little programs which they can go in and get 50 of them, and it's really the same person. It's just aggravating. And then you got the stores that are just like appalled that people are in there asking like, oh, can I get the PlayStation 5? And they're like, Nope, we don't have that. You can't get that here. Like, Best Buy had, like, the most absurd sign, I believe. It was like, you are not going to be walking in here and walking out with a new system.
So everyone's got to have an attitude about it. It's like, all right. I just want to buy a new system.
And
I don't think I've snapped at anybody here for asking if we have it. But people are I've sick of hearing it out.
I've only clapped back, and Mike, you were there for that, on people who have added a little bit of extra at the end of it.
No.
Do you have any PlayStation 5s? No, unfortunately, we, just like everyone else in this country, are out of them. Oh, well, I don't really like them anyway. I don't really like buying video games anyway. All right, well, why are you here?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that old lady yesterday, she was... What did she say about the PS5? She was just like, oh, yeah, you were trying to give her helpful advice that you would have to go online to get it. And she's like, I don't deal with that online stuff.
Well,
and Dave was just like...
it was like, well, that's the only way you're going to get one. Sorry.
Yeah, he wouldn't let her get the last word. He's like, well, you're not going to get one anyway.
But it's just like, we had the situation, what day was it? Saturday, Mike? Was it the day after Black Friday? Was it Saturday morning?
I don't know the situation, so I can't say.
This weekend, where we had to deal with the other online fiasco for the Xbox.
Oh, and you were trying to get one?
Right.
Yep.
It was the day after Friday, day after Black Friday. and all of a sudden we got word that Best Buy was getting some. But Best Buy was doing them. I think they were getting them in their stores, but they have the policy where you can't walk in and buy them. So what they do is they slowly post them online. You know how you go online, you find the item you want, it goes, it's available at this store.
Yeah.
And so it was slowly available, and then you go, well, I added it, right? First off, it was the classic, oh, it's available at Best Buy. So what did Dan do? Grabbed his keys, sprinted on out of here, drove over to Best Buy to get, oh, sorry, sir, they're not in stock. They're just fulfilling pre-orders. Cool. So come all the way back here, and then it was like, we got it in the cart. Right? So then we get it in the cart. So we select it. So the Xbox One, or the Xbox Series X comes up. Yeah. And it goes, add to cart. I'm like, oh, shit. So I quick added to cart. Gets in the cart, and I'm checking out. And it comes up, no, this is not available at the store you're trying to get, you've selected. At this point, I'm like, no! I'm not trying to get it at the store. I'm trying to buy it.
I haven't seen Dan go so happy to crushing defeat in such a quick amount of time in a while. He's doing the slapping his thigh, saying that I don't want to pick it up at the store. I want it this Sunday, man. It was awesome.
It was just ridiculous. Like I don't understand. They need to come up with a better policy for having these on. Like I get it. They want to restrict them to just online. That's great, and I understand it. But like they got to come up with a better system for it's just like complete madness out there right now.
I feel more bad for the people who work for the big box stores right now because their companies online do nothing but like, oh, we have it, we're gonna have it, you're gonna have this, you're gonna be able to buy it. You got one from Mike? How nice of you, Dan.
By the way, this is it's a real box, but a gentleman, a regular at the store, gave us the box for display. But that is what it looks like, gentlemen. Just an empty version of it.
Anybody want a Series X?
But that is what it looks like.
What
I just like...
What a tease.
It is a tease. Oh, we got one. No, we don't. But nonetheless, they are a pretty sick looking box.
Don't open it. There's nothing in there but false hope.
Oh my God!
Broken dreams.
Seriously though?
Wow.
It's like opening the Ark of the Covenant.
Ah! if you haven't, I didn't.
Is
grab
it a
one.
nice box?
Yeah.
Did it have that foam stuff in there?
Yep.
Look at us inspecting.
Don't open that on the camera. You might kill somebody.
I do kind of like the back of it.
God, the
It'd be nice if the game was out. But nonetheless, the box does kind of remind me of the original Xbox One box. Remember, you would open it and it'd come in. It kind of has the same fundamentals for the box, but
except more presentation-y.
Now, are you not surprised by the size? That I thought it'd be a lot smaller.
I thought it was going to be bigger.
You thought it'd be bigger?
Everyone said it was going to be like a tower.
Well, yeah.
Yes, I didn't see it
obviously,
out of
the
the
tower
box.
would go. The tower probably this. I bet the tower goes this way.
Yeah.
And in.
It's not as bad as I thought. Then.
I thought the box was very big. I thought like, wow, I'm kind of and it has no
they still
handle.
have to fit a controller in that box and something else too.
So you would think they have like a handle on it.
And a bunch of different little things.
Which box do you think is bigger? The Series X box or the PS5 box?
The PlayStation 5 box, I think, is pretty small.
That's what I was going to say. So we know the PS5 is bigger than the
Based
Series
off
X.
the photos I've seen.
But we also know that Sony, for some reason, always manages to origami that box together where it's smaller than the Microsoft box every year.
But nonetheless, I love the good old hunt, trying to track things down, and it's just like if the game was still, you got to go to the stores and find them. I'd be all for that. I love doing that. Like I said, when the original Xbox One came out, Johnny was in and around the store. We would be running all to Best Buy, GameStop, whatever, because we couldn't get him in because we were the low man on the totem pole, and running around. And I actually enjoyed the game of tracking them down. But this whole you got to get them online, and it's just like there's no notice, and you just got to be. It just it just isn't. I don't know.
You have 43 seconds. I timed it because when you texted me at 9 p.m. on Wednesday, I timed it exactly. I put it in I opened the email, put it in my cart, and it went out. Like
it was just ridiculous. Like I don't get. Like I'm just running around. I'm like I don't understand. Like there's like no policy, and then you got the people that are like. Then we're talking about the big problem. You got people that buy them, right? They bought them, and they get whatever how many people they can get to buy. And then they go and they post them online for $1,200, $2,000. One guy was playing I'm charging $2,200 for this. Like $2,200? Seriously?
People trying to capitalize on the desperate
have
Christmas
either of you
time.
guys been, or anyone out there in watching, has anyone been wasting their time, like messaging them?
No.
You take
Dave
cash?
likes to play a game with this.
It's with my actual Facebook profile, so it's probably incredibly stupid of me. But I say nothing that wouldn't then be like, David, did you say this to this person? Like, yes, I did ask if they accept cash and if they would meet me in Larchmont, New York.
So, is this like producer view?
I'm not sure how.
Don't
Tom
you
set that one up.
dare hit that button! Have we been muted the whole time?
No.
Oh.
Messages happen.
Oh. So okay, so we're back. Now we're back. Yeah. So yeah. So I'm trying to figure out which one I'm gonna end up just being able to find first for the story here, and I don't know. Like everyone's looking for the PlayStation 5.
No.
Has there been any numbers out like which one is selling more units? Is it maybe these impossible yet?
Nintendo is the only one that has released any numbers because both Microsoft and Sony are going, you release your numbers first. And Nintendo literally went, we sold really well, guys. Nobody else wants to release numbers? That's fine.
But it'd be interesting because like I said, I mean I get more calls on the phone for PlayStation 5 than more so. But I feel like a lot of people coming into the store
Or looking for the Series X.
are looking for the Xbox. People on the phone, I found this like today. I've had like maybe 5 calls, all PlayStation 5, and I had like 3 people come in, all Xbox. Very weird. Maybe the Xbox people are a little bit more hands-on. Are you saying the PS5 guys are lazy?
No, what I'm saying is that everyone who's looking for a Series X is looking for it for their kids. And the PS5 owners are adults with jobs and things to do, and not a lot of time to just wander around from store to store, hoping that Bloomingdale's in the mall happens to have one.
Dave's seeing back to the counter installing the Xbox.
By the by, I did call somebody last night. Someone called, huffed when I said we didn't have any in stock. Mid-sentence after they asked me a question and hung up, so I called them back and finished my sentence. I was like, "Oh, you must have gotten disconnected." Like, thank you very much. Boop. Listen, if you're gonna call the store and you're gonna ask a question, you're gonna use proper context. My students can use proper phone call etiquette. You as adults can too. Like,
Awesome. What did they say? Hello?
Loud?
actually, they picked up, and I started immediately like, "Oh, I'm sorry, we must have gotten disconnected."
But it is that time. It is that time of the year. We're gonna start getting the the people in there are gonna be like jamming us up about every little thing.
We're
It's
setting
the
a
start.
tone. We're setting a tone for the future. Those people that live in the cave in the Adirondacks that only come down when coupons start getting clipped, they hang upside down all year, straight up until. Here. Now they really have to adapt. They have to wear masks in the mall. They're not liking it.
They can't smell the air with their tongues because
they can't. They can't lick the products on their way through the store. Will Timmy like this? No.
Oh boy, but yeah, we're starting to get a taste of it. It's the holiday season, so we'll see what happens. But yeah, so those are the new systems to hunt. Very, very aggravating. It's been extremely annoying to try to get a hold of anything, and the only spot you really can. I mean, you can get one if you want one. Just go on Facebook and spend $2,000 for it.
Don't do it.
I mean, if you really
Don't do it,
want
though.
one.
I'd rather
But
die.
nonetheless, it's extremely difficult. But no, we just had the Black Friday weekend here, and really, we were busy. Our numbers were way up, so the business at the store is doing well. I'll tell you right now, it's fun. The environment, the operation is very, very fun now that we have all this space to do whatever the hell we want to do around here. We're like chickens with a head cut off. We can go anywhere we want to go. We got 9,000 square feet to do whatever we want to do. And
Do whatever I'm doing what I want, Dan. You can stay over there.
You did say so.
My part of the 9,000 square feet.
so we have all we have all the space. Dave was able to. Yesterday, because now we got wicked fast internet. We had you and I out playing Call of Duty on the floor. Johnny was here playing Overwatch with Dave on the Sunday service. So we have we had 8 different things going. Everything's rocking.
It was
No
full
drop
power
frames.
yesterday. A
Brand
good
new
taste of
camera,
it.
crystal clear footage now. So a lot of things are we're moving right along. Everything's going great. But surprisingly, we had some new pops come in this week. And a lot of the front of so if you haven't been into the store, let me see what you guys think about this. The front of the store is kind of like. I don't want to make the geek section, maybe the pop culture. The when I say geek, I mean think geek, that type of environment, like pop culture. So and then in the back of the store is all the video games, and we've found a way of really, really spreading everything out from the 1,200 square feet we had before, and this the stores come out well. And anything you think that is really, I'm seeing a lot of people buying from the front of the store more than the back of the store. A lot of pops are selling. A lot of statues are selling. Because we got a lot of the Dragon Ball Z now, and the what's
We're
the
out
other
of
one?
the Trunks statues, by the way.
Are we really?
The one of non Super the first appearance of Trunks, the Capsule
cool.
Corp jacket and the and the sword.
That's
we're
the
out of
cool
those.
one.
FYI. So you made a mullet. You realize that, right? Business in front, party in the back. That store is a mullet. It's very good, and people are very enticed by it. I really like that too.
I think the front of the store has a very, very modern, welcoming look to it. It's different, hardwood shelves, hardwood floors, nice, it looks like when people walk in, they're right off the bat, they're like, boy, you've added a lot of stuff in here. We have the statues nicely out, one statue's on display, the boxes are behind it, so people can kind of physically see what the statue looks like. And go, wow, I like that one, which I think is helping with the statues. We got one order in, sold a bunch of them.
Yep.
Then we get a much bigger order, which surprisingly I don't think many of them sold over the Black Friday weekend, statue wise. So we didn't even sell a lot of those.
No.
And we had a great weekend. And in the cases, don't even get me started with the cases right now. We have a fantastic NES selection, fantastic Super Nintendo, fantastic. We got a huge PlayStation 1 trade-in that Dave brought in, and PlayStation 2 games, and
the handheld section.
DS?
Good God.
Even 64, we have a couple of good ones, which
don't
gets
bring up
picked
the
up.
handheld. We don't need to go into the Castlevania.
There was a guy that came in yesterday, and he was the Game Boy Advance collector, and I was like, I could as soon as he came in, I eyed him up as the type of guy that would. He's just like, do you guys have a rare Game Boy Advance game selection? The man's like, oh yeah, I'll walk you right over to him. I was like, And he was looking, he was just rubbing his hands and stuff, and then he's just like, "Can you go over here and can you get me Castlevania Circle of the Moon?" I was like,
So what's gonna happen when someone sells it? You're gonna be
It is-
upset.
"It'll be what it is, I guess. I will be upset, and I will get revenge on something."
The wording has come down that there is no current appeal process from what the bishop has laid out. He thinks he's being the issue and brought back up the other day, and he said that is just what it is. That is the ruling.
Well, I'll just take a shit on Johnny's bed. And that's how I'll deal with
Dave
that.
and I are like wicked scared when we pull out that Castlevania. I'm gonna buy that right now. We're gonna be like
I
looking
won't
at
blame
like.
Dave.
Can I get that Castlevania double pack? No. No, you can't.
I'll be like, yup, here you go.
Yeah, Dan's gonna like skip over to it and pull out. I'm literally gonna flat out be like, that's not a working copy.
There's gonna be a whole little scene if I end up purchasing it too. I'm gonna take my little screwdriver, I'm gonna pop it open, make sure it's an authentic cartridge if I'm paying that amount of money for it.
You're getting a 50% discount.
Yeah, well, there's fake versions of it online all over the place. If I'm gonna be paying authentic price, I'm gonna make sure it's an authentic cart.
As you and everyone who shops here should. Put us to the test. Because we don't fail that test. That's why we're still in
We don't
business.
have we never really have a big issue with fake cartridges. coming
Nope.
in here.
Nope. And it's partially because every time we've had the fakest of cartridges, which is Pokemon, Mike is the one that sniffs them out when he goes to replace the battery. And the
There's just like no battery.
garbage.
So I don't know. So getting off. Yeah, so we have a great handheld selection. Pokemon games galore. And we got more in. Some of the DS we sold. I think we sold a couple of the ones that had the cases with them. But a lot of Pokemon, a lot of handhelds in stock for one. A lot of systems in stock. Controllers came back in this week. So we're trade-ins are off the shelves right now. So that's great. We're rocking and rolling for the holiday season store wise, and we're rocking and rolling in here. Kicking this off this week and in full schedule this week. All the show back on the schedule.
Hell yeah.
And trying to get this side going, but it's fun. It has to be able to come and go. To put this concept in place where the streaming operations is not only right there next to the store, but they're not really interfering with each other anymore, which is what we wanted from day one, and I think is going smoothly. But yeah. It's going what? First week. But we're past the Black Friday, and now let's jump into what were we talking about last week? We're talking about we had a big food segment. We were talking about the Doritos and the nacho cheese and what the norm is.
I
Lucky
admitted
you
that
got
I was
rid of those
eating.
flowers. I would have smacked them over. So
I know that I admitted to eating most of the Three Musketeers and haven't touched one since. Because I've been hungry, so I've been eating Snickers instead.
Dude, that's my second favorite one.
Well, Dan,
We're already
Then
on
buy
it.
me
We're
some-
already on it. The peanut M&Ms. Who scarfed all those down? We have no peanut
I was gonna
M&Ms.
say that's the new issue.
gross, gross.
Dan accused Johnny. So.
Did you eat the peanut M&Ms?
I had one pack when you
Did
first
you
brought
eat
it
any
up.
peanut
Hate
M&Ms?
peanut M&Ms.
I haven't had any peanut M&Ms. Tom, have you had any peanut M&Ms?
No.
So then where are the peanut M&Ms?
Are we really gonna get a security camera for Dan to be able
Right
to like
on that.
snap-
Right on.
I saw Johnny skipping around with a bag yesterday of the peanut M&Ms.
I did see a little bit of evidence of one near his area.
AC Weezy was in here with pretzel M&Ms the other day. I don't know where he got those from.
Those are classic.
He brought in his own bag. It was like he must have got like a king size bag. It was huge.
He wasn't messing around.
Yeah, he wanted his snacks at his own pace and not to have you going. Where'd you get those?
But we did. I only bring up Doritos because when I was at the store the other day, I did buy the spicy kind.
Well,
And when I was at Price Chopper, I was at Walmart, and I was at Target, and each time I went to the chip aisle, I looked specifically to see what type of Doritos they have. And Price Chopper had the most variety. I was
Really?
shocked. Walmart didn't have much of anything. Walmart had all the bags with the Call of Duty logos on them, but they had like Nacho, Cool Ranch,
And
some
spicy.
I forget the other brand.
that's the general three they carry: the spicy, the
But-
Cool Ranch, and the normal.
They
The
don't-
norm.
The price it's the norm. But Price Chopper had a variety of the options. I was actually shocked. So I did buy the spicy kind. I haven't tried them yet. I might try them tonight.
That's your assignment
Far
for
too
next
much
Monday.
self-control. As
I
soon
bought,
as I get
I bought
Yeah.
the Doritos. I bought the nacho cheese because obviously those ones I like. And then I tried, you know what? I'm going to grab a bag of the spicy. I think it's spicy nacho, right? Is nacho called spicy nacho? So I got the spicy nacho, and I would try that. Now, there's a flaming one too, right?
That one's even better.
I think
in my
that's what I
opinion.
saw at Price Chopper.
The hotter, the better.
Did you get the? Have you seen the sweet chili ones?
No.
The Thai sweet chili. You
Those ones are too crazy for
should
me.
definitely get them. Just and eat
Those
them on
are- so
air.
what is the hottest Dorito?
Probably the flaming.
Yeah,
hot
the
one.
flaming ones are probably.
So the chili one's not the hottest one?
No, it's just
Those build up on you.
yeah. If you eat them like Mike and I do, they build up on you. But
Yeah.
Dan, you exercise a certain amount of self control while chipping. So
I'll tell you right now, I tried a little piece of that beef jerky the other day, the super hot one, and you could taste the hot and putting it in your mouth. It wasn't like crazy hot, but I like things hot. But you could
You spit that one out right away.
I just don't like the texture of it.
He's
I
going,
guess.
I want to do it towards you guys.
speaking of which, now that reminds me. The other day I go to closing stuff out on the back counter. There's just a piece of beef jerky on top of some paperwork back
That may
there.
or may not have been me.
It's just dried out very clearly. A poor soldier left out in the cold, and so we had to go to the
Wow.
trash because I absolutely was not going to eat that because I didn't know where it came from.
Dave.
Well, you would eat it if it was just sitting there, no matter what.
If it had been one of you three, but like I
Looks
trust,
around.
I trust Falcons quarterback Matt Shaw, but I'm not eating his beef. His,
So,
beef
so,
jerky.
if I had a Snickers bar and I left it out there and you knew it was for me, you would eat it?
Did you bite into it?
I tore a piece off of that beef jerky. I didn't actually put it in my mouth.
Well, then there's not a problem.
Oh, let's rephrase it. Let's say I had a bag of chips sitting out there, a little bag of the Dorito chips, and I ate half
Wait.
the bag and I left the other bag. Would you have finished the bag?
Let me ask you an even more pertinent question. How many boxes of Cheez-Its have you gone through since you've opened this
I bought
location?
3 boxes of Cheez-Its. Okay? Okay, and I know where one of
So-
them went. I don't know where the other 2 went. And I'm trying to track them down. Like, I don't know. Like, I bought them recently.
Is Dave a secret cheese
And
idiot?
Johnny hasn't been around, so I'm trying to figure out where these other boxes of Cheez-Its went to.
That's awesome.
I have no idea, Dan. But what I will tell you is, yes. If you have pawed through something, I would partake.
But Dave, we're not talking about the Cheez-Its. We are talking about. You said you didn't know where the piece came, so you didn't eat it.
Yeah.
Okay. So the question is that, based off of saying that, I would imply that you would eat something that is there if you kind of knew what it was. So my question
I
is,
think we
if
all
I
would.
had a bag of chips,
Yeah.
let's say a little bag of Doritos,
Uh-huh.
that I ate about a half of it, and I left it out there, and let's say I just left not knowing that, would you have finished it?
If I can
hungry.
get confirmation that it was yours, probably.
If he was hungry, then yes.
And for 2 reasons. Hunger, and also to avoid the, well, look at this half-eaten bag of chips. We're not buying chips anymore.
Dan has been collecting half-drank water bottles and crying about it.
Oh, speaking of which, Dan, did you water the
Poinsettias?
poinsettias?
The 15 one that we have laying around?
Did you
You
water
did.
them?
Yes.
Mike, did you water them?
Yes.
Okay.
No.
You water them?
I also watered them. Great job, team.
We're going to kill him from overwatering
No, I'm
him.
totally kidding.
Well,
It's absurd.
Mike and I love those plants, but we love them in the same way that you love someone else's kid. You see them, you acknowledge them. You don't feed that kid.
Are we gonna address the water bottles and the absurd amount of full water bottles I see walking around?
I think we
here?
addressed that last time, but it was that we had a bunch of athletes playing baseball, so that's just the cost of that kind of thing going on.
Did you hear what happened on Sunday for the Overwatch stream with the water bottles?
No. I
Then
saw
never mind.
one
Good.
laying on the floor.
Never mind. Don't worry about it.
Not bad.
So basically, we played a game where I tried to guess what the next map was going to be in Quick Play, and I was wrong, and so I had to attempt to shotgun the entire bottle of water in one go, and the answer is no. Dave cannot chug a bottle of water, but I had expert coaching from Butt and Johnny, and I built on skill.
I saw the water bottle on the ground. Like, something must have happened here. And I was like, oh, I picked it up and walked out with the rest of the water
evidence.
bottles.
You know what? Now I'm gonna start just buying weird foods and leaving the containers closed and cleaned, but just places for Dan to find and be like, who is eating?
So now we're still on the subject of food and drinks. Let's bring the big return, as we discussed last week. Factor Crap, one of the true original behind the counter
originators.
segments. And Dave, who has always done the Factor Crap, has done a Factor Crap about candy. Now, is there a specific sub thing under the candy, or is it just candy?
Perhaps candy, perhaps Candyman, but you'll find out. It's a 5-question gone to the draw, and I will be posing these questions to my community as well to see how well they can score. So, it's 5 questions. The answers, it goes very simple. I read out a sentence, and you determine whether it is fact or crap, true or untrue, A or B. Easy, coin toss. Even Jameis Winston can do it.
50-50.
I mean, Geno Smith, that's the only reason he had a job for the Giants, because he was undefeated in coin tosses for a little while, and they were
That
like,
is not accurate, Dave.
send Geno out there.
Is that accurate, Tom? As the Jets fan, Geno Smith is
No,
undefeated.
when he was for the Giants.
Oh, okay.
That's the reason they kept him out, because he had a hot streak of getting head
So
to tail.
so you're saying the guy had a NFL job because he had a
Stellar
100%
record.
coin toss record?
For a little while. I mean, he played like ass. They benched him, and then they kept him because he kept winning him the ball. Because
Well, it
the
is
Giants
I'm gonna
are
have to say
crap.
that's factor crap on that one. I have to say.
All right, so you can
Go
determine,
crap,
Chad,
too.
whether that's fact or crap. But I'm citing Pat McAfee for that one, by the way,
Okay.
and the Pat McAfee Show. You're
Nice.
welcome. The Insane Games TV bump for poor Pat McAfee. All right, so fact or crap. The largest chocolate company in 2020 is the Mars Wrigley Confectionery at $18 million.
Who goes first?
The Mars Wrigley, what word did you say after that?
Confectionery company.
You go first.
I want to say fact, but that word that Dave just said in there, Dave can be tricky with a fact or crap. He can
I think
switch out the words.
he had a rule where he doesn't do that nonsense last time. He doesn't switch out one
I'm gonna
word.
go with fact. Mars Wrigley is a pretty big company.
Fact.
You are correct. It is as of fact. The second is.
Don't say. The second is Hershey. Nope. Who?
Look at Dan go.
Mark in chat also got it.
Hershey. I'm trying to think of who else. Can you name? Okay, here's a question.
Yeah.
Can we name how many Mars brands can we name?
I will gladly
actually
step
don't know.
aside for a second and pull up.
No.
Yeah.
You do it with us. Let's see how many we can name. You ready? How many? We'll see if we get it
0.
right. Mars. So Mars Wrigley.
No.
Wrigley.
So I'm sorry. Wrigley.
I haven't heard that whole name before. I might have
Mars?
heard Mars Bar, but
Mars.
There's one. There's one off the bat.
Okay,
You
so
got it.
M&M's.
Okay.
You gonna write them
that's
down?
Mars.
M&M's. I think Skittles is Mars. Three Musketeers,
Skittles.
Snickers, Milky Way. I think they pretty much own every single gum brand. I really think every single Eclipse. I think all the gum brands are owned by Wrigley. I'm pretty sure.
All the gum. So when I find one that isn't, I can be like,
Hey,
no,
Tom.
that's not right.
Pull up the candy selections while we name them all. Tell us if we get them right.
Mars?
For Mars. We're naming off all the Mars names. You tell us if we get them right.
See those snaps?
Whoever gets the first one wrong is 30 push-ups.
I can't even do 30 push-ups anymore.
You're gonna go into your face.
All right, so let's start. Okay, Mike, you go first. We'll try to go around and name them. Ready? You go first. Name a brand of candy. You got
What?
What?
What are we doing?
We're gonna go around and name them and see if we get them right.
Are we doing Mars
From
still? Or are we?
Mars,
Mars.
Wrigley, they own like 80% of the candy brands.
So Mike, it's Mars Wrigley Company. It is.
So think of a
not
candy
Hershey.
brand and we'll think of its
Just
engines.
a heads up. They are different. I didn't know that until a couple years ago when I wrote a letter.
I
to
also
Mars.
thought that was
Possibly write a letter to them about.
Oh, actually, it was elementary school.
Mars bar.
Mars bar.
Oh, that counts. That's real.
That's real.
M&M's.
Yeah.
Three Musketeers.
Yeah.
Snickers.
Yeah.
Milky Way.
Yeah.
Gotta go on a limb. Skittles.
Peanut M&Ms. Didn't Dan say Skittles already?
You cannot do any variations of the candy bar. That's already said.
Well, Dan said Skittles already. So
But no, that was before we played the game.
that's a bullshit rule. I get to skip this round after. It wasn't purely established
You're
until.
a candy master. You can't think of a candy brand?
No, your turn.
Mm.
When you're out.
I got skipped because you made that rule up after I had my guess.
Fair. Fair. Just because I wrote down all the things that Dan said.
I did have a lot of planned stuff on that. Now I'm gonna throw him for a loop.
Twix.
Yes.
Oh, God.
Son of a...
That's a good one.
All right, I was just at Stewart's today. We're gonna run out of product before they do. Am I allowed to do gum?
Yeah.
Well, then I'm gonna Wrigley's double mint.
Yes.
I want to say one, but I'm not sure if it is. Kit Kat? Is that someone else? When you said Twix, I thought of that.
I was
so-
I was very, very cautious in the Kit Kat. I don't know
really
what they
know
fall
where
under.
they're from.
Nestle.
Oh,
I'm not doing push-ups.
30.
Butterfinger. I think
That's
you're
Nestle too. The
Wow.
The camera wouldn't capture.
Dave's got to
unless
get
I
it
do
right
on
to
the
keep us
table.
alive. If he gets it wrong, we all are out.
Winterman.
Yes. No.
Okay.
Eh.
Wow.
Winter fresh.
No.
Come on!
What about Big Red?
Yes.
They own like every. I think they own like every gum.
Super easy candy.
Juicy fruit?
Starburst.
Oh no!
I was thinking of the ones Dan had in the
Do they
box.
own? Do they
that-
own like Sweet Tarts and that
Yeah,
whole?
is Wonka there?
I wonder. Do they own Wonka? I think Wonka's Nestle. I think Nestle owns
Yeah.
Wonka. To be honest.
Did you either of
What are you
you?
asking about?
Well, who owns like Wonka? Pretty much
So
like
nerds.
Nerds
I
and
think
Sweet Tarts
Nestle,
and
maybe. That
Did you
seems
guys
like
ever
a-
have Wonka bars when they produced those? By the way.
Sweet
I think they
Tarts
still
is
do.
made by Nestle.
They're kind of like a crunch bar.
Sweet as Fish, Sour Patch. What are they all?
I don't know. I don't feel like looking
All right, so we try to name as many as we can. So yeah, so
No, I really like that. That was a lot of fun to play. We should definitely make some sort of pre-agreed upon punishment in the future for
that-
keep listing it till it's gone.
For the camera to get the push-ups, I'd have to do it on the table, and I don't think.
and
we
I
could
think
support
another
that.
rule should be is at least one of us needs to get it right that round to get us into the next round. If all three of us get it out, that's the end of it.
Okay, all right, we can do that.
But Dave
So-
got it wrong. We didn't say Winter Fresh, and we all got eliminated.
Dan, Mike, and Mark were all correct. Tom, would you like to get in on this, or okay? I assumed so, but I actually am going to rudely ask you after the fact now. Snickers is the world's best-selling chocolate bar. Fact or crap? What's going on, Alec? We're in the middle of fact or crap. Snickers is the world's best-selling chocolate bar. Fact or crap? Your voice can be heard.
I'll say crab.
I'm gonna say crap.
It's on stream delay for them anyway. It is fact.
Damn it!
It is fact.
I was
I would've
thinking
thought the Hershey
Hershey's.
bar,
I was
yeah.
thinking Hershey's
For
might
like
be one of those
everything it
weird,
does, like
absurd
s'mores
ones.
and the usages for cooking and stuff. But
Damn.
So, since we mentioned it so many times last week, I know we didn't mention this name specifically because we mentioned Candy King, but we
Candy
did.
King.
Mike did in fact coin the term. Dan is the Candy Man. So, to date, there have been 3 full-length feature films in the Candyman franchise, with one announced on the way. That's a little extra little caveat trivia, but 3 films right now I could go over to FYE under the Candyman franchise. Do you know the Candyman horror franchise, Dan?
I can't put a name to the face right now, but I definitely have
Isn't
heard
that
of
one that does, isn't it the franchise does the Nightmare movies? The stick figures.
Stick figures.
Stick figures.
Johnny Depp's always involved in it, I think. They did with the night before Christmas, the
Oh, West-
Nightmare before Christmas.
Oh no, that's
Edward
They got the
Scissorhands.
big, they got the big heads and the little bodies and the.
Oh no, that's oh my god.
Corpse Bride.
I don't know what it is.
He
Tim
directed-
Burton.
Yeah,
It's
Tim
Burton
that's,
something.
That's Burton's world. This is the world of Clive Barker. So 3 movies in the Candyman franchise. Thank you so much for the 100 bits cheered, Alec, by the way.
Woo.
Thank you.
Woo.
Fact or crap? 3 Candyman movies.
You're first on this one.
Crap.
I'm gonna say fact. The first separation.
Looks like chat's falling asleep on this one. Oh, fact. I'm outside the Fabulous studio with an old regular, says Alec. So Alec got the last one right. But it is fact. There are 3 Candyman films, and our friends from Key and Peele are working on directing a 4th installment, but kind of a
Probably
reboot.
be good if they're.
While we're on the topic of Candyman, because everyone loves that franchise, just don't say it 3 times in front of a mirror. Candyman versus Hellraiser was stopped by famed company Hershey's for fear it would hurt the candy market. Fact
Wait,
or
is
crap?
Candyman a horror movie?
Indeed it is.
I'm gonna go with fact.
Crap.
Seems like a pretty statistical thing just to make up.
It is, in fact, crap.
Whatever.
The film franchise, while being scrutinized by the candy markets, was in fact stopped by creative director Clive Barker, who said, "You can't do that with both of my best franchises." And my last fact or crap question for this week, thankfully I can put it to bed, is a full-size season ticket to Hershey Park per person would run us $237 apiece to be able to go to the park for all of 2020 and all of 2021 for the low price of $237. That includes parking. Is that fact or crap?
Fact.
Looks like Dan's looked it up before. I'm gonna say fact.
No. Again, it's pretty specific information, I think. I don't know.
Tis in fact true. We could, for the low price of one 3+ old entrant, for $237, go to Hershey Park as much or as little we want for the next
What is
2 years.
In Hershey's Park.
You've never been to
I've
Hershey
heard
Park?
of it. I've never been in it.
Oh, Dan, your life up to this point has been a disappointment.
Is it all candy related?
It is, in fact.
So it's like Willy Wonka's in the Chocolate Factory?
Yep.
Dan's like,
It's literally. So you've
Is
been
there
to.
a river of chocolate?
There is.
No, there's not.
Yes.
Shut up, Dave.
Yes.
I don't believe
There,
it. There's
there
no
is
river
a,
of
there
chocolate.
is a river of chocolate. You don't obviously get to touch it, but
Oh, that
you get to
stinks.
ride
So
in
is
it.
it like the Golden
ride in
Corral?
it?
Is it when they have the fountain of chocolate and people go and they stick their tongue in and lick all the chocolate?
Now, when I went to Hershey Park as a child, because I used to live closely to Hershey, Pennsylvania, which is where the park exists, I did in fact watch someone reach down from the ride, stick their hand into the frigidly cold, disposed of chocolate, and come up with a disgusting arm of gross. And then they found out that it was the stuff that they weren't going to use. So it was disgusting. Like, so
they
unlike
taste it?
Augustus Gloop, where he was eating heartily, this person was horrified and then had a disgusting arm until they were able to get to the bathroom, where security immediately was like,
the Oompa Loompas.
"Oh yeah." They do in fact have their own horrifying theme song, which I will play less than 30 seconds of because we don't want to get canceled.
That was a pretty interesting fact or crap. Are we gonna give Dave a topic for next week?
We gotta think. Does it have to pertain? Could it just be anything?
Sure.
I don't know. What is this, a theme song?
Now,
That's just always playing inside the
yep, you are. It's a
my
small
brain
world,
lock.
but for Hershey's chocolate.
Yikes.
The little animatronic Hershey's Kisses are dancing up and down, and you're thinking to yourself, I just want an absurdly large candy bar, please. But now, you get Hershey's chocolate, Hershey, and then the ride breaks, and you're sitting there next to the Hershey Kiss, and you just think, I can just...
Maybe next week we'll do a taste test. We'll find something to do a taste test on.
I mean, we are right next to a shop that sells Curiosity chocolates and things.
Or no, maybe we'll make it holiday related. We'll make a holiday related taste test of something that's out seasonally at one of the stores in the area. We'll find something
Andes
interesting.
Mints. There's like 4 different flavors.
Have you ever had eggnog, Dan?
Nah, I'm not a big fan.
I would love to see Dan try some of those.
All right, so we're just about at the time. Anything you guys want to go over before we close it up here?
Bald Rock.
Oh
Yeah.
God, Bald Rock!
Poor Bald Rock.
A new rock came out.
Can I see it?
First, you know,
Let me see it.
first off,
Dun, dun,
out of all the
dun,
pops I've had,
dun, 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 dun,
first off, I never thought. Take it easy with that, man.
Look, I didn't even bend it.
First off,
It
out
was
of all
very
the pops
skilled
I've
at
ever
doing
wanted,
it.
Jeff Gordon by far, like, you know, if I just get one, and they're making a second Jeff Gordon, they're making one with a stash.
So you're
So
gonna
the
identify
stash-
him by his stash.
The
and then
stash
like
when he
bald head.
when he was racing with Dale Earnhardt.
Pretty much the '90s.
God.
God, look at that! Look how bald his head is. Take it easy with him, man. He's moving his head around.
He's not a bobblehead. You want to stroke?
Don't
the
worry, I'll
head?
do less than 30 seconds.
God, they even give him the little W. They got the eyebrow, the little WWE microphone. Not bad, not bad. Yeah, that is from back here. That is one bald head right there. Is that not? Look at the back of it.
Ah!
That is one bald head.
I do.
Did
You
I
know
rip
what?
his head off?
I do like that. I like the little twinge in his eye. The fact that one eye's going like, bald now.
That's what's on the box too. the
I also
eye.
like that Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, the only man that can show up anywhere in sweats and people will cheer for him. Everyone else is usually like, party foul, man.
He's just gotta
I
be
know,
ready to drop an
I'm
ass
not,
whooping.
I like the hair rock more than the bald rock.
Do
Bald
you?
rock kind of got a little childish, I think. He's a little like he's afraid. to
Isn't
say
all
that.
of it a little childish?
I think Dan just doesn't
Put
like
it
that
that way?
the Rock and John Cena didn't team up and make the world's greatest tag team like Dan wanted.
The bald rock is more.
Oh, he's
I
got
don't know
his
what it is.
tattoos too.
But all right, so that's it for this episode of Behind the Counter. We will be back next Monday. Mike, Dave, and I. Make sure you tune in. We have No Look Podcast tonight, Monday Night Gaming tonight,
Woo!
and we're right back here at the studios tomorrow for Nerd
Austin's
Glasses.
gonna be live tonight.
Not here. He's doing No Look.
I thought I killed him in fantasy.
Whoa, that's, Mike didn't lay down the beat down. What
We'll
is
have
it?
to
What is
see
it
about
estimated?
that.
100 and how many points?
I
100.
could very well put up 200 points against him if Russ
in a
goes
non-PPR
wild.
league, it's a little absurd. But
If Russ gets me a 40 burger, I'm hitting 200 tonight.
So you know what? We can actually say that you and I have defeated the host of the next podcast because
He did beat me week 1. I won't take complete credit, but I was very serious about our rematch, and it's a beatdown he won't soon forget.
it isn't truly a
We'll
beatdown.
go into it on depth on the Dream Team, but
Yep, Tom and Mike will go over this the Queensberry the Fantasy League and the Dream Team, and of course all the show back this week as well. So make sure you tune into them. Thank you very much for tuning in to Behind the Counter. Until next time, adios.